Hey guys, so I wanted to give an update because I haven't talked about it in a little bit on the sailing hookers. As many of you know, Lynette Hooker is still missing from the boat that she was on. That's actually pictured here behind me. Her husband, Brian Hooker, says that she fell overboard on a dinghy with him during rough waters, and that he wasn't able to save her. Since then, they have not found her body. They're still searching. However, there have been a lot of things that come out that contradict Brian's, his version of events. Brian was arrested in April, but then he was released about like a week or so later. But it's basically all the authorities from the different locations are trying to work together on this, and everyone kind of has different rules about how long you can hold somebody, things like that. So I'm sure they're going to be visiting him again shortly, because one of the things that was noticeable to me was that he said she fell overboard with all of her personal belongings in terms of like what you would normally keep. He said that she had her watch on, that I guess her phone as well, but they recently found her watch, her Apple Watch, on board of the Soulmate, which is the boat behind me. So that contradicts that, that detail. Like, why is her watch, if you knew she was wearing it when she went overboard on the dinghy, then how in the world is it on the main boat that you guys were on? So, as well as time differences in terms of like, when he left a certain place, they went to like an inn at one point that day, and he said that he was like an hour or two off of the time, which, can happen, when you go through a traumatic event. Like, I'm not saying that can't legitimately happen. However, it is notable. And just like, little things that just don't seem to add up. Like, one thing is the weather. His story all along has been that the weather and the waters were choppy and very dangerous, and that's why she fell overboard. However, other sailors around the area, as well as authorities, have challenged that and said that based on their own experience that day, as well as looking at the weather reports from that day, the waters were calm. So that is another indication that, his story may just be that, a story, not what actually happened. So those are the major updates. As all of you know, Brian and Lynette have a rocky past. At one point, it appears that they split up, but then they got back together. The time they split up was actually found through text messages that Brian sent to a friend, and they had done exactly what they were doing when she went missing, was sailing, just the two of them. And apparently that got to be too much for them, and they, separated for a while, but then ended up getting back together. So, it's, they also both reportedly were drinking that night, and they both have been known to drink, when together. Brian apparently, from all I've heard, he has a pretty full-on, dependency on alcohol, and he gets violent when he drinks. So, It's odd, too, that they haven't found her body yet, I feel like. Like, you would think that she might wash up, like, on the shore or something by now, or somebody would have seen something with all the people and different types of authorities looking for her. So, I will update you guys if I hear anything about them finding her or any more evidence. But as of right now, those are the current updates. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.